G'day people, this is Sharpino here. Welcome you guys to episode number 53 of the Pokémon SoulStones ShinyLocke. As you guys may have noticed, I am using a different microphone, so today is kind of a test episode. So hopefully this episode sounds good today, and if not, I do apologize, and give me a couple of episodes to get the sound right. Otherwise, last episode we lost a couple of Pokemon. We're going to do a team recap because we do have some new Pokemon added to the team. So let's go ahead and have a look at the team that we are rocking out with today for you guys. So, first and foremost, we decided to add Aloha the Comfy, a fairy type modest nature with triage, which gives priority to healing type moves, HP restoring moves, max HP, max special attack, and it has Giga Drain, Draining Kiss, Floral Healing, and Leak Seed. So a very good moveset, if I do say so myself. I got that off, I think it was a competitive, Smogon. That's where I got it from. I got it from Smogon. So thank you, Smogon, for the tips. And finally, I decided to add the last Pokemon. It is She-Hulk, the Crocodile, Jolly Nature with Moxie, carrying Earthquake, Crunch, Stone Edge, and Fire Fang. Definitely quite the competitive team, if I do say so myself. So, last episode we lost Christina. Apparently, Victor, our ally, killed the double-crossing Soul Keeper. And now things are about to get crazy. So, it is about to go down. Excellent. It looks like everyone is here. The first step of the ritual is for us to bring back Bellatrix and Lucius from the Crimson and the Piss Soul Stones. With the six of us together, our power to be able to search the Soul Stones for their signatures will be significantly expedited. Do any of you feel their power? Brother Xerus, I have locked into the energy of Sister Bellatrix. And I have found Brother Lucius. Ah, yes. Our powers are indeed formidable when we are together. We will be unstoppable when we are fully restored. Let us begin the ritual to break them free from their soulstone prisons. About bloody time, Xerus! Agreed. We thought... Oh, Bellatrix. About bloody time, Xerus! Agreed. We thought you were going to charge ahead and take over the world without us. We could have been very cross with you if you did that. My sincerest apologies. Your soul stones proved to be a bit onerous to recover. On the upside, these mortals have identified the location of our master. We need not tarry much longer. All 8 of us have been revived. We can begin the ritual immediately to start summoning the master. Delightful! Well, what are we waiting for then? The body of our master lies beyond the gate above. Fellow Watchers, the time has come. After decades of separation and being constrained to these mortal coils, the time for a resurrection and for the ultimate sacrifice is upon us. Concentrate your power on the gate. We have almost done it, my friends. A little more. Master, your loyal servants call unto you. Brothers, sisters, the time has come. Is that Eternatus? Oh god, okay. They're all gone now, so now it's just...
After decades of being trapped beyond the accursed gate, freedom! And by the descendants of the Soul Keepers that put me away, no less, the irony is palpable.
Hey man, it's cool you're out and all of that, but we set a trap for you, you dig?
Is that so, beauty mortal? Please, do tell me where your trap is.
Hey Vic, you want to help a guy out here? Victor? What the hell? Why isn't the infrared signal jammer working? Oh my god, I knew it. I fucking called it. It's not time yet.
I grow weary of your insolent Soulkeeper of pride. This ends now for you and your friends.
No, oh my god! And 4 Soulkeepers have died just now. No!
Now, if we are quite finished here, I have to return to the surface and begin the reckoning.
Victor, what the hell? What happened to the jamming technology? Aki, no! You... Oh, man. Why are you making... You bastard! Aki, Olaf, Wesley, and Pierre are all dead because of you! We just released a colossal creature thinking that the Revolution knew what the hell they were doing! My friends are dead because of you! Never mind that. We need to return to the surface of Ice Mist immediately. What the hell is happening, Victor? Are you on our side? Because your text just changed color. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Meanwhile, as the team rushes to the surface of Ice Mist to slow the rampage of the Fallen One, it begins wreaking destruction, slaughtering any agency personnel it can find. Like all others, the agency were woefully unprepared and underestimated the power of the Fallen One. The force of the military weren't enough to bring down the creature.
Foolish mortal creatures, you thought you could chain a titan like me. Repent for your transgressions, for the hour of judgment has come!
Oh my god.
Run, puny creatures, that all you can do. Hide in your own peril, the flaming shadow will consume you eventually.
Bro, this thing is killing everything!
So much destruction. See now what is in store for your civilization. You were not prepared. You shall be purged under the might of a god, a vengeful god. Any last words, mortal commander?
We shall return for you from the future and enslave you eventually, beast. Do your worst. Hail Epoch!
Famous last words, General. A pity that no one is left to hear them. And so there was nothing but ashes.
As the Fallen One relishes in the destruction it hath wrought, a team finally returns to the surface.
Come back for a second helping. Didn't I eliminate enough of you pests the first time around?
You bastard! I'll destroy you for taking Arky away from me!
Your passion shall be your undoing.
Have you had your fun in your rampage, creature? I see you destroyed any trace of the agency from this village.
Indeed, the specs didn't stand a chance.
Excellent work. Argent Revolution, stand ready to execute Protocol A Beta Omicron.
What? What is this?
Not talking so much now, are you, creator? You challenge the might of the Argent Revolution.
Release me at once, or else you shall face the might of a titan.
Obey!
Impossible! How? The pain, the agony!
A fraction of the pain you would face if you do not submit. I won't ask you again, beast. Submit! Victor, how are you controlling the creature? The same way I said I would, the infrared signals. But why? Why not activate it in the tomb? Because the creature's job wasn't finished. General Elliot foolishly came here at our behest and brought the entire agency with her. I needed that beast to come to the surface and exterminate all of the agency's presence from this base and this timeline. Now this timeline belongs to the Revolution. It belongs to us. So you could have activated it at any time? I could have, but then I needed to make sure the agency believed the creature was on the loose. Our pet over here ensured there was no survivors, but in case any agency personnel did manage to escape this place, I needed them to think we all had been killed in the tomb and the creature was allowed to run amok. But you did an excellent job of cleaning up that filth, didn't you, sweet beast? So, you let Arky die for nothing? Oh, come now, Agent Kara. I wouldn't say he died in vain. He was unfortunately collateral damage. The force shouldn't have taunted the creature. The beast did its job for exterminating the agency. Victor, Roberts, what is the meaning of this? This is not what the Revolution wanted. You have fallen completely from the ideals of the Revolution, what it stands for. Silence, old man. You deserted our people when you sent Kara, Rhea, and Sharpino on their suicide mission to destroy the protocols. You no longer have the authority to speak for the Revolution. You relinquished your command when you deserted your people in 3564 CE to die at the hands of Rhea and Kara after they were re-socialized by your damn sanitation protocol. You walked back to this timeline, didn't even attempt to make any contact with Victor and myself. You hit it like a coward you are. You abandoned the Revolution when you did nothing as the director started wiping the consciousness of everyone, Victor and myself included in this timeline, in an effort to capture and weaponize the beast. And you abandoned the Revolution again when you sent Rhea, Kara, and Sharpino to their deaths. You told us you wanted liberty, independence, strength, and autonomy at any cost. This is the cost. We wanted vengeance. They killed scores of us at Beta Omicron. All we've done today is repaid it in kind. This was what Protocol Beta Omicron was truly about. For the rest of you, I recognize this has certainly been traumatizing for most of you. Some of you likely think we went too far, but there will be sacrifice in any revolution. Only some of us will have the mental wherewithal to endure this and come out alive on the other side. We didn't want to disclose this to you until now, but now that your first hand helped us realize this victory, we believe we can trust you with what comes next. With the Republic losing General Elliot, they would now think that the mission to capture and weaponize the Fallen One was a failure, and we have shut off the warping protocol on this end, so they are unable to warp any more minds back to this timeline. Now, for all the director nodes, the current timeline is lost to the agency as we run what's left. It gives us the opportunity to build our forces in secrecy and allow us to return to, 3564 CE with an army and our pet beast ready to take the fight back to the Republic. Victor, secure the beast. It has been a long day. We finally have an opportunity to rest now and plan for the next steps and our reclamation of our home timeline. After the events that transpired in Ice Mist Village, Kara, Rhea, Israel, Cameron, and yourself returned to Lilypad Town with the revolution to rest and recover from the ordeal. The sense of secrecy, betrayal, and sacrifice has disturbed your group significantly, leaving you to question who you can trust. While a deep price was paid that day with the murder of Akali Momoa, Pierre Carlton, Olaf Vukovic, and Wesley Linklater, the revolution was successful in subjugating the beast and bringing it under its control. This is why I don't like war games. I don't like sacrificing, and in this case, it was them that had the master plan the whole time. The rest of the Soul Keepers only arrived on the surface of Ice Mist Village after the Archer Revolution managed to secure the beast. They remained unaware as to the revolution's treachery. Of the Soul Keepers that survived the initial attack from the beast, they returned to their ordinary lives as their sacred charge their families were entrusted to keep had finally come to an end. After Christina's death at Victor's hands, Alexa stepped in to try and restore Sirius City to its former glory and restore the damage that Christina's reign had inflicted on Sirius City. Terrakion and Manaphy fled after their soulbound partners were killed, breaking off contact with the other Soul Keepers. The Revolution went back into hiding with the beast in tow to bolster their forces as they continued work on reconfiguring the gates that were originally used to imprison the beast into a time gate to enable return to 3564 CE. The level cap of your Pokemon team has now been raised to 135. Oh my god, is this the end of the game? No way! No shot! That's the end of the game? No way is that the end of the game. Come on now, really? Oh my god, are you serious? What is this? So that was the main story, but for some reason I didn't feel like this was a very justified ending because through it all, we saw our friends die. Like, how else do you describe that? Like, your friends just died, and that's how it ends? 6 months later. Okay, there's a bit of more. Okay. Did you need me to heal your Pokemon? Okay, so we must be back at the start. Lilypad Town. Okay, the phone is ringing. Hello? Sharpino, it's Agent Roberts. Meet Victor and I at the former agency headquarters in Lilypad Town. What? Did you commandeer that headquarters from the Revolution's purpose? You got it. Now get over here now. Huh? Okay, this is slightly different. Finally, the last of our esteemed guests have arrived. Now, the group of you might be wondering what is next in store for our group. Well, over the last 6 months, the agency has been hard at work, working away in secret. The time has finally come for us to return to 3564 CE. The future? But how? Functionality of the time gate in the Tomb of the Fallen beneath Ice Mist Village has been restored by our engineers. Insofar as we can tell, we will be able to safely travel to 3564 CE. Has this been retested, or have we got another set of guinea pigs for some nefarious plan that you're not telling us about? I suppose we should have been expecting some pushback from you, Lieutenant Rhea. I should be promoted. Hey. Following the events at Ice Mist, we can appreciate we have shaken the foundation of your beliefs in us. For that reason, if you choose not to help us, you are relieved from service. Relieved from service? What do you mean? It means you are free to do as you please. Certainly your consciousness was warped back to this timeline, and for all intents and purposes, you have been living a new life. If you choose not to help us retake 3564 CE from the Republic, we will issue a new identification credentials and support your transition to civilian life in this timeline. What exactly do you mean by that? It means you are a security risk to us and a loose end that must be tied up. We cannot risk having former revolution agents that would compromise our mission and 3564 CE. Victor, your tone could do it with a step down in its level of hostility. Agents, what Victor means to say is that we will need to erase your memory, and we can easily create a new identity for you. You will record nothing from your expeditions with us, and you can fully assimilate into this timeline. So you're going to warp our consciousness into another body if we say we want out. Not so much warping. Warping has a negative connotation because of your preconceived familiarity with the warping protocol. You shall stay in your current body, but with just your memory wiped. A pre-developed set of memories and experiences shall be installed in you to help you assimilate into your new identity. Unlike warping, it is not a painful process at all. So you're telling us that if we want out of this entire arrangement, you will let us go, no strings attached. Affirmative. And how can we trust you about this? That you won't wipe our memories and turn us into some zombified soldier that you take with you to 3564 CE? Because the reason for our success as lieutenants were your charisma, leadership, and free will. No amount of programming would help us replicate that and help us cultivate the same kind of following and loyalty as the three of you did for the revolution. It would be a disservice and a mockery to use a puppet version of you and an affront to what we stand for as the Argent Revolution. Oh, so brainwashing Kara, Reed, Sharpino is the line that you won't cross, but you will use the beast to commit genocide on an entire base of soldiers? The ends justify the means, old man. Now, for the rest of you, you can choose to come with us to 3564 CE or not. I didn't give a damn either way. Victor, you're out of line. I won't warn you again. We need the help of this group if we are going to be successful in our reclamation of our home timeline. You know this as well as I do. Yes, sir. Understood, sir. Now, the choice lies before all of you. Will you help us take us back our home timeline? Now, I wish I saved at this point. But then again, technically I haven't saved, so I could just restart this if I decide not to help. But I'm going to see what happens if we say no. If we say no, we'll just cut to the end of the game. Screw that. You guys are just as big sociopaths as the agency. I want out. Wipe my memory for all I care. I'm not helping you people with anything anymore. The agency's duplicity and secrecy were enough. I'm certainly not going to lead the charge to supersede one tyrannical government from the future with another. A regrettable choice, but an understandable one. That we made many choices that destroyed your trust in us. On behalf of the Argent Revolution, I wish you all the best, Sharpino. I will have a guard escort you to the purification chamber, where we can wipe your memory and issue you a new identity. You have made the choice to end your mission and your association with the Argent Revolution here. Your memory was wiped with no recollection of the past events. You have been programmed with a new identity to assimilate in with others from the existing timeline. As far as you know, there was nothing underhanded done to you by the revolution during the purification process. So then, so I still have my team, but then what's my mission? And the door's locked. Okay. So now what I'm going to do now is I'm going to try to see if we can go back now to that part of the game and see if we can change the decision, see what happens. So we'll be right back and let's see what happens. Okay, so now we're back at this part in the game. So it didn't automatically save. So thankfully we could go back and redo all of it to bring us back to this. So now we've been given an option. So if you say no, you can just play the game normally. And I believe that there's nothing else that happens. You can go to level 135 and there's nothing else because you're now civilian. The only thing is I haven't seen someone follow through. I don't know if the agency comes after you, if you decide to keep along this route of being a civilian again, or if nothing happens. If you guys know the answer to that, leave a comment down below. Otherwise, we're now going to help the mission. Sharpino, are you serious? They left Aki to be gutted like the pig by the fallen one? We don't belong in this timeline, Kara. 3564 CE is our home. The revolution did questionable things along the way. I'm not denying that. But the agency is and was far more sinister than the revolution. I miss Aki. I will always miss Aki. But if we don't do this, if we don't help the revolution take back 3564 CE, then he died for nothing. I'm not sure. I need some time to process all of this. I understand this might be difficult for some to accept. Thank you for putting your faith in us, Sharpino. As I said earlier, while Sharpino may be making the decision to come with us, the rest of you have no such obligation. If you require time to think this over, we will allow that time. I'm going to need some time here. Yeah, so am I. 356 also used my timeline in my home. As much as I do not like the recent path you took together here, Agent Roberts and Agent Victor, I recognize my leadership may have been lacking in some regards. I will return to the future with Sharpino. In any case, I have my own personal reasons for wanting to go back and see this through. I am certain you will want to speak to Sharpino alone, so I shall leave with Cameron and Rhea for now to counsel them on whatever they choose to be the next steps. Alright, well, if you're done with your touchy-feely bullshit, we got work to do. Victor, leave us. What? This is a stressful time for all of us involved. I admire you and appreciate your passion for our objective. When in doing so, we should not leave our humanity behind. Allow the others the time to process. I wish to speak with Sharpino alone. Now go. As you wish, Agent Roberts. Now, Sharpino. In addition to being elevated to clearance level 7, I have a gift to give to you. Revolution balls. Oh, they're master balls. Okay. These are called revolution balls. They are specially designed Pokeballs by our engineers designed to capture any Pokemon without fail. They are issued to anyone with your clearance level and to help you supplement your Pokemon team as you wish. Additionally, I will allow you to choose another one of the special agency-issued Pokemon. Oh, so we get a shiny Han. Cool. And is it the starters again? Let me have a look. We do get ourselves another starter. Lovely. Now, the thing is, and I'm going to give a special shout out to this guy. Let me quickly go ahead and find the commenter who did this, because I was so, I wouldn't say moved, but I was like I was so amazed at this guy's commitment. Like, he was watching. Okay, so shout outs to Dario Claysons. I remember you commenting on my video about a day or two ago, and you inspired me, honestly. Like, this guy apparently was playing a randomized version of this game, was watching me play, and goes, you know what? Since you're enjoying the game for all it's been tiny in its original form, I'm going to reset my entire progress and start from the beginning. And I believe he chose his starter to be a Charmander. And I found that Charmander actually gets an ability called Dry Skin in this game. So I'm like, what? Dry Skin Charizard? Yes, please. So here's what we'll do. We'll come right back to here when we have ourselves our shiny Charmander added to the squad. So stay tuned for the shiny Charmander. Yes, let's go. All right. Shiny Charmander at 45 random encounter or soft resets. 45 soft resets. Oh, I love that coloring. Look at that color though. That looks so good. Dry Skin. And they got a hidden ability. Hey! We can fix up everything else. But that is actually a really good Pokemon. All right. If we're traveling to the future, you will need to make sure your team is well supplemented. An excellent choice. Now we wait for Rhea, Cameron, and Kara to decide on the next steps. I suggest you prepare yourself to travel to the future. Now that you're equipped with another partner Pokemon, go to Sirius City. Victor will contact you there. And Sharpino, once we travel to the future, I am uncertain on how long it will be before we can execute safe passage back to the current timeline. So ensure all your business is taken care of. You have made the choice to travel to the future with the Argent Revolution to reclaim your home timeline from the tyrannical Republic. To continue your adventure, travel to Sirius City to receive your next instructions. Okay, so now we have to go to Sirius City, but I'm unsure if we should train up our Pokemon, because right now, our Pokemon are at level 115. The level cap has been increased to level 135. So something is really telling me that we need to train up all of our Pokemon. And it could be just a superstition, perhaps, but in all honesty, guys, oh boy. Hello? Sharpino, it's Agent Victor. We have a new instruction for you. What do you want now? While Agent Rhea, Cameron, and Kara still decide on the next actions, we need to continue to amass our forces. Forces? Didn't you already have your double Agent Revolution people that you had trained up? What more forces do you need? The Soul Keepers. The Soul Keepers? Are you daft? Do you really think they're going to have anything to want to do with you after what happened in the Tomb of the Fallen One? Kara, Rhea, and Cameron are all traumatized and have deep reservations about continuing to affiliate with you and the rest of the Revolution. Do you really think the Soul Keepers are going to be any different? Perhaps not. but they have a sacred duty to fight for their beliefs. There is nothing like asking. I'm convinced that there is more to the Soul Keepers and incentives that we could offer them to come with us. What the hell is that supposed to mean? It means that if I don't believe the Soul Keepers are content to assimilate into an ordinary life. Their entire identity is built around the sacred duty they had to banish evil. After the ordeal we went through, I have my doubts that they would be content to sit back and blend into a new low-profile life if we were to offer them an opportunity for one final adventure. This is going to be embarrassing, but fine. I suppose I can ask. Wonderful. I see that you're in Sirius City. How did you... Oh, right, the GPS and the Mini-Pager app. Well, in the last 6 months, Alexis Thorne has become the mayor of Sirius City. She is working to cleanse and repair the damage that her sister oversaw while she was in power. You will find her in City Hall. Speak to her there. I shall meet you there shortly. Okay, for now, we're just going to continue because I have no idea what's going to happen here. Okay, ooh, we have a journalist here. Oh, excuse me. Miss Thorne, do you have a comment about the quality of life for residents of the slums? Miss Thorne, how about the Zigzagoon infestation? Miss Thorne, any comments about the continued infrastructure damages? The pothole on Ottawa Street has resulted in a vile expulsion of fumes from the sewers. Alexis, do you have any comments back to your political opponent who has critiqued you for being no different from your recently deceased sister? How do you feel about him making personal attacks about you and your family? Ugh, that's enough. Interview over. Everyone out. But Miss Thorne, what about the concerns about the other residents? What do you say to them? I said interview over. The mayor said leave. Oh, the mayor said leave. Please leave, all of you. I don't think I can do this anymore, McGinnis. Governing is difficult. I don't know how my sister did it. It's just so stressful. Your sister tried her best, Alexis. There was once good in her. It's best you remember her from the good times rather than the bad times. Alexis, is everything all right? Sharpino, you're a sight for sore eyes. Sounds like you're finding the life of a politician to be quite difficult. Like you couldn't even imagine. I get berated by journalists and my political opponents every day. Well, every day, like there is some lobbyist walking in here trying to convince me to fund some sort of special interest of theirs. It becomes hard to separate people who have genuine intentions or others that just want to manipulate the political process and the people in power. I've tried my best to clean up the mess that my sister created when she turned over to the dark side, but more problems just kept coming up. It's exhausting. I didn't want this. I just wanted to help the city, but I couldn't let the city fall into chaos after Christina's passing. I stepped up because the citizens of Sirius City need someone to look up to, but it just becomes so hard. Do you have any help? Yes, I've managed to get Tyrone and the former Black Persians to help me out. The Black Persians? Your gang is helping... Wait, hold on, former? What? They're not a gang anymore. They disbanded and have become law-abiding citizens. My first action was to give his guys a chance and get them trained to work and contribute to the city. Tyrone is basically my second in charge now. It's actually worked out better than I could have hoped. Indeed, Lady Thornton downplays her contributions to Sirius City. She has been a critical component of the process in healing Sirius City, but I acknowledge that even she needs a reprieve. Alexis, if Tyrone has been your second in charge throughout this, why don't let him take over? He was born and raised in Sirius like you. If none of the ordinary citizens have objected to his role in your administration, despite his checkered past, the citizens should come to embrace him like they did you too. That's actually not a terrible idea. What do you think, McGinnis? Sharpino has proven to be quite resourceful in the past. This suggestion seems to suit the requirement quite well. If you are going to take a leave of absence for the politician life, I have a proposal for you. Or rather, I should say, the Argent Revolution has a proposal for you. You tell Alexis and McGinnis of the Argent Revolution's plea to recruit the Soul Keepers as lieutenants to their cause and accompany them on their return to 3564 CE. They want me to accompany them to go to the future? This is surely a joke, right? You know I wouldn't joke about something like this. So let me get this straight. They want us to go to 3564 CE with their pet beast in tow to take the fight to your evil republic, and they want me to help lead the battle as a lieutenant? I understand if you want to say no. Are you kidding? Of course I want to come. Wait, hold on. What? That's it? It was just that easy? You want to just come along with us? Not even a little resistance? Sharpino, come on. I was helping organize a revolution to save Sirius from my evil sister. But what about the Argent Revolution did to Christina? What Victor did? What are you talking about? What did Victor did to my sister? Miss Thorne, long time no see. Oh, did we just let the cat out of the bag? Uh-oh. It has been a long time. Victor, that was very conveniently timed. Indeed it was. I appear to have joined in right as you seem to successfully convince Alexis to join our cause. Well, it wasn't quite like that. I'm sure that what Agent Sharpino was just going to tell you, Miss Thorne, was that I tried my best to convince your sister to forsake the Watchers and come to our aid in the tomb. Sadly, she refused and she attacked me with her Pokemon. I had no option but to fight back. I'm sorry, Alexis. I never told you this originally. We tried to save your sister's soul, but at the end of it all, she had been wholly corrupted. I am most keen to bring you along with us to 3564 CE. With the fallen one in tow, you'll be able to command the creature that was responsible for your sister's passing. Enslave it like the beast it is, and use it to help overthrow another tyrannical government. I'm sold. The politician's life wasn't for me. Any opportunity I have to go on to another venture, I will gladly take. The icing on the cake is I get to use the fallen one as my pet to take my revenge. Well then, it's settled. Welcome to the Age of Revolution, Agent Alexis Thorne. We are in the process of recruiting the other Soul Keepers to join us. For now, wait for us at the tomb of the fallen one. Sounds good, Miguna. Let's go. Victor, you treacherous snake. You just lied to Alexis to recruit her into our cause without batting an eye. You killed Christina in cold blood. I already beaten her and she had surrendered. Agent Sharpino, I will remind you to take note of where you sit in the pecking order. I told you then, and I'll tell you again now. I was not about to jeopardize our mission for a long-shot attempt at trying to save Christina and offer her a chance of redemption. Both you and Miss Thorne seem to remember her with rose-colored glasses. If you think my ways are duplicitous, Christina was far worse. I want my home back more than anyone else. If I have to step over some bodies along the way to get there, then so be it. You can go onwards to Frost Grey Town. Speak to Ms. Vukovic and convince her to come with us. Following that, you can speak to Caitlin Linkletter in Ashfan Cove. Are you out of your damn mind, Victor? Your motives caused Wesley Linkletter and Ola Vukovic to die at the hands of the beast, right in front of the eyes of Caitlin and Natalia. How the hell are you expecting to convince them to come with us? Do you forget that the Soul Keepers never saw us enslave the beast? They trailed behind us. They trailed behind, so for all they know, after a long-fought battle, we got the beast under control. You mean until you decided to exercise control over the beast? Same shit, different pile. For all Caitlin and Natalia know, the death of Pierre Carlton, Akale Momoa, Wesley Linkletter, and Ola Vukovic were unfortunate accidents. And what leverage do I have to convince either of them to come with us to 3564 CE? It's quite simple, really. Vengeance. They will be hurting and want to focus their anger on something. What better way to channel that than against that Republic of the agency? What reason do they have to help us fight an enemy from our timeline? Because they will want to fight them if they can tell them that the agency is one that set in motion the events to attack Emil and release Xerus from the Soul Stone. They did what? Victor, are you manipulating me? Is that the truth? You are clearance level 7 now, don't you? It's about time you learned how far the corruption of the Republic goes. They didn't know what they were dealing with when they first loosed Xerus. They thought he could be controlled. We were drastically wrong. Now you have your order, Sharpino. Go to Frostgrade and instruct Natalia to meet us in the Tomb of the Fallen One once again. Shit! Okay then. Alright, so unfortunately there was no battling this episode, so hopefully you guys can forgive me for that one. It's not like I planned for that one, but we did get ourselves a new shiny, and I don't think you guys will complain about that, especially if it can become a ball of Charizard with dry skin of all abilities. But that will be all for today's episode. So next episode we have to head over to Frostgrey Town and convince the next Soul Keeper to join our cause. How successful we are, I don't know. But ladies and gentlemen, I will say thank you for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. If you did, make sure to like button down below because as always, your support is greatly appreciated. Hopefully this episode sounded okay. Like I said, it's the first time I'm testing out this new mic. And hopefully I can edit it to make it sound good. Otherwise, I will do better next time, guys, and I do apologize. So guys, until next time I see you guys in the next video, stay safe, stay sharp, and I'll catch you guys all next time. Later.